Alright, let's get over to Ace Attorney. We didn't play yesterday, and I feel bad about that because I was feeling sick. Hopefully I can make some progress with Ace Attorney. I felt really bad this morning. I thought about calling in sick, but I didn't, so I went to work, and it was a busy day, and I am tired, but hopefully I'm just tired and not sick tired. So we're gonna give it a shot. I thought I put it down. Did I not? Okay. I must say it twice. Alright, Ace Attorney. Ace Attorney. This one. Hi, Treeborn. Hey, just in time. You're just in time. Yeah, I will say this, though. The more I talked today, the worse I felt. So, reading all this stuff out loud is probably gonna make me feel pretty bad. Just saying. Just gonna throw it out there. If I start feeling really bad again, I will probably call it and just go to bed. I did that last night. I basically went straight to bed after I stopped stream yesterday. Let's see. By which I mean that's not an alarm, it's the dinner bell. I don't remember anything was going on. Well, I suppose it's rather alarming if you aren't used to it. So scared the heck out of me. So sorry, Sweet Pea. I hope you can forgive us. There's a lot of people in this little area. Alright, you two, back to your post. Chop chop. As for you, Rocco Carcerado, it's time to get back to your room. Yeah, fine, I get the picture. Come on, Teddy. We're out of here. Stupid hair, stay down. We're in the guard. We'd like to take one more look around the yard now. Oh, darling, should you have any homes of your own to go to? This little fox is so happy. Busy hours are over, I'm afraid. Tomorrow, No, it's imperative we investigate it right away. We've had quite enough excitement for one day, don't you? Murderers, escapees, so eventful. It's time our guests went home to Betty Buys, isn't it? Yes, yes, it is. Arg! Come on now, darling. Don't make me bore you with all that I'm the warden, this is an order nonsense. Warden Lagarde is right. Her word's law here, and we must respect her wishes. Mr. Edgeworth, your investigation of the yard will have to wait until tomorrow. Giving her time to get rid of the evidence. You may keep your badge for now. The matter of your standing can wait. I bid you all good day. What are you waiting for, Katykins? Off you go. Well, at least there is a tomorrow for me. Scabble believes that nice body was dropped down the well. Then taken through Mr. Carcerado's cell to the workshop. Is that truly the case? Do the facts really support her theory? It seems to believe that Mr. Sane had to be the one to move the body. Was he really the only one with the opportunity to do so? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, tomorrow's another day. We'll figure out a way to save Simeon. I know we will. Yes, we will. I'll prove that Mr. Sane is innocent. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. To be continued. Well, I guess we did almost make it, didn't we? Oh well. Alright, you save it. Save complete. My tea's cool enough to drink. March 29th. Is this dirt? How do they have a basketball thing on dirt? Here again, let's hope we can find something this time that will finally reveal the truth behind it all. That might be easier said than done. There's nothing left to investigate. Scab's deduction yesterday. There's another possibility, one you seem to have overlooked. The well in the yard. Could your body not have entered the tunnel from there? In summary, the body must have been thrown down the well and moved to the workshop. At some point during the show. Tell me, who else could have done that but Mr. Saint? My hair is just like, it's like right here. And I'm, like, I can't seem to get it to stay anywhere useful. So I'm trying to shove it. You can? But bouncing is the best part. That's why we even found out the well. I guess that question will surely show us the way forward. Maybe I should tidy up my organizer a little. Necessary evidence has been removed. Remaining evidence has been rearranged. Let's see here. Huh? There's a cover on it. A dried up well slap bagging in the middle of a prison? Appears to be locked. Of course it will be. But luckily, I'm a master lockpicker. Let me do my stuff. I mean, yeah, that's the best part. I remember, oh, this is a memory. So I remember back in, I don't know, middle school? I think it was middle school. Some guy in my class brought, it's like a pack of like 200 miniature bouncy balls. And he gave everybody like 5 or 10 of them. You know, like everybody in the class, we got a bunch of them. And there was an assembly that day in the gym. And so we all took our, you know, handfuls of bouncy balls, like the mini bouncy balls. And just like, every couple minutes, 1 or 2 kids would just start throwing like a bouncy ball, and they'd just be like, they're bouncing all over the place. And the teachers were so mad because they couldn't figure out where they were coming from, because there were like hundreds of them, and they were just everywhere. And so they never got to the point of like searching us, but you know, they did go around and collect them. It was really fun. Ah, good times. But luckily I'm a master lockpicker. Let me do my stuff. Ah, and if I duck. Hey, not. We'll do this investigation by the book. Come on, don't be such a stick in the mud. Whoa. What is it, Kay? Lock's broken from the looks of it. It's been broken for a long time. That's the case. Say, anyone could throw a nice body down the well. Judge Gavel's theory was that Mr. Saint carried out the murder here in the yard. Then during the performance, he threw the body down the well. What do you think, Miles? Miles, do we know? Possible or no? Oh, why don't we see if Missile can help us out again? He'll be able to tell us if Mr. Knight's body was here, and which way it went. Good idea. I'll call Detective Gumshoe. More importantly, we can see Missile again. Gumshoe speaking. Detective, I need your assistance. Come to the prison yard, and bring Missile with you. You bet, sir. Gumshoe's 7 secret weapons to the rescue again, huh? Pretty sure Missile belongs to the precinct. I'll just like you bring one of our witnesses. What are these things? I'm kind of curious. They look like tools, or like pogo sticks without the pogo. Bring one of our witnesses. Call the Berry Big Circus and ask Miss Regina Berry to come down here with you. Yes, sir. I'll be there before you know it. So what shall we do while we're waiting for Gummy? How about a quick game of hide-and-go-seek? Fun today, kiddo, but where exactly will we hide? He's not seriously considering it. You think wait, Kay. We need to call on one of your more practical skills. I think you know the one. Hey, bet I do. One crime scene recreation, coming right up. Say what now? I'll show you. Introducing a great thief's great secret weapon. Little Thief. Oh, whoa, scanning appearing from thin air. This is some next level text, little sis. Want to talk me through the deets? What are you doing now? I'm implementing everything we need for the simulation. I'm going to explain. This is Mr. Thief. It's a device that can recreate crime scenes at specific moments in time based on the data you feed it. How about I start us off with the recreation of what the yard looked like yesterday? Good idea. That was when they were in the middle of tearing down the stage. We didn't pay much attention to the well then. Who knows? We may have overlooked something. I was trying to pay attention to the well. You wouldn't let me. Leave it to me. I'll use the photo I took. Beepity beep boop boop beep. That's all the data. Just gotta pump the projection power to max and... Best guys an evening when no other bird dares take wing. One alone remains all-seeing. That was the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood. Yikes, what is this? It's a recreation of how things were yesterday, modeled on the data I gave Little Thief. This gadget was a tool used by the original Yatagarasu. They used it to plan robberies. Well, there's no harm in using it for something on the right side of the law now. But keep in mind that it can only recreate what you tell it to. It can't simulate things it doesn't have data for, and if the data itself contains mistakes, you can wind up with those same mistakes in the recreation too. Sugar recreation is based on Kay's photos, so we shouldn't run into any problems. That's enough preamble. Shall we get started? Don't forget, you can examine stuff in the recreation, just like in real life. Don't specific evidence to try to clip any inconsistencies you find. Of course, thank you for the reminder. Now let's take a look at that well. Examine it here carefully. It makes hold the clue we need. Goes behind the stage, which means there aren't many people who could have thrown a nice body down it during the show. It's looking worse and worse, Mr. Saint. What are a bunch of pulleys doing here? They seem to be well poised for lifting buckets. There's a sturdy-looking hand rope lying on the ground. That reminds me of the rope we used for playing tug-of-war in school. The answer is no, Kay. What? How do you say anything? Yeah. I see it also has a metal stake attached to one end. Oh yeah, it looks like something you'd use to put up a tent. Well, there was no tent, was there? In which case, what was it used for? What a way of some kind. Looks like it weighs... Project makes it a little tricky to read. How heavy it was, Kay? Sure, it was 30 pounds. Okay. What's anyone need such a heavy weight for, anyway? This is related to the circus show, at any rate. What do you think all the stuff around the well was used for? I can't see the animals needing them for their part of the performance. Indeed, nothing immediately strikes me as likely purpose. We'll have to ask Mr. Berry later. Miss Berry. We actually have heavier weights at work. Alright, well, why are we here then? This is where the circus show stage stood. If people would be interested in a great thieving show, I'm sure the police would be very eager to attend. These chairs must have been for the audience. Wow, I bet you ever had to put them all the way. Like, why? Oh, you clearly never had to fold up a bunch of boring chairs before, huh? Not personally, I've told other people to do it, though. How much that's worth? You gotta roll up your sleeves and help out once in a while. Nurk, I'll consider it. Oh, thank you for the pets. Your basket, or rather a cart, given the wheels. Fun to happen racing down a hill? Oh, you know what else would be fun? Racing down a hill in office chairs. Where did that come from? What was the name of our trunk happy friend again? Azia the Asian elephant. Of course, how could I forget? Looks like inspired though, is it? Was Miss Berry having an off day when she came up with it? Oh gosh, Miss Redford, not in front of the poor elephant herself. That's about all there is to find for now. Hey, the Gumshoe should be here soon, too. Okay, you can power down Mr. Thief for now. Sure thing. Ready to return to normality. That was quick. Sorry, I came as quick as I could. I'll speak to the devil. Detective, that was indeed impressively quick. Why is Missile all so upset? You and me, sir, I never did like to keep you waiting. Thanks for coming all this way too, Regina. Made you some honey tea? That's awesome. I have my normal green tea with lemon. I'm having the ant issue again. I think when it rained, they all came in inside. But I have learned how they're getting in, so... I put out more traps to kill them. And there's a lot of dead ants today. There were a lot of dead ants yesterday. or a lot of live ants yesterday. That was a bunch of dead ants and some live ones. So once they're done dying, I'm going to go buy a whole foam thing to block it. Yeah, but for now my kitchen's kind of gross. No problem. It seemed way more fun than rehearsal, so I ditched them for the day. It's very much appreciated. Alright, detective, let's get started with the missile. Yes, sir. Hey, missile, over here, boy. What's the matter? Come on, boy. Come on. What's wrong with him? It's like he's scared of something, sir. Eek! Oh, we forgot about the alligator. Alligator! He's not a fan, sir. So I doubt he'll be much help to us like this. You have bright eyes, Miss Reno? Miles Reno? It's actually Miss Berry. Would you mind lending us a hand? On the second floor, I haven't seen an insect in the house for ages. That's nice. Well, these are getting in the light socket, so there must be a hole to the outside in the light socket. But I'm gonna get a can of spray foam. It's like $5. And I'm just gonna fill the electrical socket up with foam. And then put the socket thing back on. It is safe for electrical outlets. Well, just tell me what you need. You want me to teach Allie some tricks? I doubt she could do it, but nothing quite like that. It seems like an account of what the yard looks like during the show. I like where this is going. I'm thinking of using a little thief again, am I right? Be so kind. Okay, I plugged in all the data. Firing up simulation. This seems fine now. Here you go, this is what the Laura was at during the show. So we can't see this. Time in which the body was purported to have been thrown down the well. Oh wow, this is so amazing. It's like magic. Okay, no magic here, just sweet, sweet data. So oh, the area behind the stage is missing. Yeah, Regina said she wasn't involved in getting the stage set up. So we don't have any data on what it looks like back there. No data, no simulation, huh? Brutal. I'm so sorry, you guys. It's all because I let Simeon do everything by himself. Oh, no, no, no. It's all my Philly associates' fault. Objection, Fender. Anyway, we got the fresh simulation now, but we still have the other data, too. I can switch back whenever you want to. To the recreation of them taking down the stage. To examine the scene both during and after the show. And switch between the two at will. I switch between the recreations by using T to talk with K. Let's continue our investigation, shall we? It's clear that we are missing some data for this point in time. Yeah, that's about the size of it. We gotta go steal some data. I'll steal data, K. I'm use logic and deduction to get what I need. Well, I'm more of an act first, think later gal. Please don't add to my workload with your recklessness. I'd hate to have to order you to your arrest. Alright, let's take a look. We got chairs here. Chairs lined up neatly for the show. But we know there were a few empty seats during the performance. I was talking about this space, the way the seats are arranged. It reminds me of karaoke contest I entered as a kid. You know a karaoke contest? I sure did, and I came in second. Evening depths at night, when no other bird dares take flight, when little stars shine, the light of righteousness on the world's plight. Timmy didn't actually sing that. I sure did. He would take second place, or perhaps Stoll was more apt. Furthermore, she failed to steal first place. I'm overthinking this. The story of forbidden love between a tiger and an elephant. Wish I could have seen it. Could have seen Simeon up there on that stage too. It was wonderful, the way he flew off that stage. Yeah, it's that scene. This victory is depicted in a very unique manner. Me either. I left work today and it started raining literally as I was leaving. And it poured down on me long enough to walk through the parking lot, and then it kind of stopped. And it was sunny by the time I got home. Like 10 minutes later. Right, the villain is sent flying from the stage. Having been ejected from the stage in this manner, the villain no longer appears in the performance. Okay, that's the last of my tea. Let me switch to my water. You're saying the crime took place during that time. Okay, how long would you say Mr. Saint was off stage for, Miss Berry? Now, let's see. I guess it was around 15 minutes. Just as Judge Gavel said. Isn't it pretty hairy, healthy stage-wise, having an elephant fling a guy off the stage? Not at all. He's very gentle. Not sure it changed much if she flings him gently or roughly. Too gentle, in fact, when we first rehearsed it, she barely nudged him. By the end, he was flying off that stage. Not because of his ear, though. It seemed to figure out some kind of trick, apparently. Isn't that amazing? A trick? Do you have any idea what kind of trick? Who, me? Oh, no. It was Simeon's big thing. I wouldn't know where to start. I think I figured out some things. Can we deduce? Connect! Trick Mr. Saint performed for his big scene. Did it have been something to do with all the items we found by the well? Okay, I'd like to have another look at the equipment around the well from yesterday. Can Mr. Thief bring up the recreation from when they were tearing down the stage? You got it. Taking a look at these items. Could they not have been used for this trick of Mr. Saint's? Sounds plausible enough. Hey, I could maybe add it to the simulation. Good idea. Please go and ask Mr. Saint for the details. Roger that. I'll be right back. I'm back, and he told me exactly how he did it. Excellent. Well, how's it work? He said he used to pulley at the top of the well, which has been a heavy weight from the rope, and lowered that down into the well. The other end of the rope went through the 2 more pulleys. It was tied around his body. See, so he used the downward pull of the weight to help him launch himself into the air. How do you make sure the weight only dropped when he wanted it to? He used a stake to stop it, that's how. Miss Berry didn't seem to know anything about the trick or contraption he built for it. In which case, I suppose it must have been Mr. Saint himself who pulled out the stake. That's right. So he used a second length of rope. Tied to the stake, and then when he gave it a sharp tug, the stake was released and the weight dropped down the well. It's a great trick, I have to steal it. This one has to go in the Great Thief's repertoire. Might not be quite that easy. These kinds of circus tricks can require years of practice to master. Simply stealing the idea won't be enough. Alright, practice it is then. Before you run away to do so, would you mind updating the simulation? Alright, let me see how it all worked for ourselves. Okay, I'm switching back to the recreation of the performance. And now to add in the data. We should be able to reproduce the trick now. This is how Mr. Saint performed his trick. No, we had to have this had to be open, I think. Otherwise, how do you get the weight in the well? This is how Mr. Saint performed. Well, maybe it did have to be closed because this had to be down. Maybe you had to open it to put the weight in, then hook it up. It's full of surprises, huh? I mean, dropping a weight down a well to help him fly off the stage like that? That's genius. Indeed, but I imagine he would have needed quite a lot of weight. More than him, at the very least. Taking some serious pull to lift him into the air like that. Yeah, probably a ton of practice. Use the well to construct a contraption that would send him flying from the stage. Made clever use of 2 ropes. One heavy weight kind of makes you think how much this all must be weighing on Simeon. But I'm not sure I quite see it myself. So, too bad we don't have the real thing here. Otherwise I'd hang around your neck like a big old albatross. Then we'll see how you like it. You face some stiff resistance if you tried. I promise you that. This tarp is just like the one we saw in the workshop. This tarp. Just like the one we saw in the workshop. Yes, but why is it here? Why is it here? Are you okay, Mr. Edgeworth? You've gone kind of blank. I intend to stay blank until you stop stealing my thoughts. There still seems to be more here. Never mind. Can we deduce anything? Oh, the basket was empty in the other recreation. Yeah, but it was definitely empty in the photo I took, too. Oops, sorry, I made a mistake when I was filling you in earlier. Oh? That basket's for holding Izzy's food, but... on the morning of the show, all the apples that were in it had vanished. Poof. I totally forgot to mention it, sorry. Ah, the apples were in the tarp, and they were there for weight. That's why the tunnel smells sweet. Sparing apples. I have to make a note of this. I got it. No? Doesn't add up. I think again. Wait, doesn't this seem odd to you? No? You haven't noticed, Detective? There's something strange about the weight we found. There's only one. Problem is the number of weights. That is to say, one weight on its own wouldn't be heavy enough. A single 30-pound weight couldn't have lifted a Mr. Shane off the ground. Oh yeah. In which case, could there perhaps be some weights missing? Something's after my 7 secret weapons, sir. Hey, if only we had a metal detector. We should need to use them arise. I suppose I should speak with him then. Oh, I think the storm hit again. Look at the weather. Yep, heavy rain, thunderstorm. So it should continue a little bit overnight. Tomorrow looks nice though. Wait, why is it saying rain tomorrow? Nope, rain tomorrow and in the morning, and then clearing up. And then hopefully it dries up, because I gotta cut the grass again Friday. Say a word, sir. I know what you're looking for. It's written all over your face. It is? This will maybe temporary out of action. A fishing rod is good to go whenever you need it. Oh, and if you want to give the metal detector a shot, I have that too. You seem so excited. I'll be sure to let you know if I need either of them, Detective. That's what I came for. Detective, I have needed one of your secret weapons. Roger that. No, Detector, if you would, be so kind. Ah, geez, I'm never gonna get to use my fishing rod. Before you started, let me run you through how the metal detector works, sir. Simple enough. Uses sound and this gauge to tell you how close you are to something made of metal. The closer you get, the more strongly it'll react. When it starts going wild like this, Just give me the order to examine the spot where I'm standing. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, the fence. Wait, that's how it all works. Tell me where you want me to look, sir, and I'll get it right on it. I got something. There's something here, sir. Oh, it's a gold coin, sir. What a find. I'll go down. It'll go down in history. I don't imagine a gold coin would stay hidden. Oh, we got a nine-tailed pure yin shrine fox. Look at that. Imagine a gold coin would stay hidden long in a prison yard. Oh, you found it. I would have guessed it was hiding there this whole time. It's one of the coins from the big coin hunt we hold once every 2 weeks. Hey, this sounds kind of interesting. Must be fun for the whole family. Sure is. The prisoners have to hunt for the coins the warden buried around the yard. If they find 3 silver coins or 1 gold coin, they can swap them for a jelly donut. No! Wait, what? Why did it break? Yeah, he broke it. I don't know. I think it's the timing. You may have to wait a second. First sure now a treasure hunt. This is a prisoner or a playground? Alright, let's get back to it. Found something. There's something here, sir. I don't see anything metallic. What did the detector pick up? Guess it must have just picked up some iron sand. Iron sand? Is that sand you can pick up with a magnet? That's the stuff you can find at the beach sometimes. I guess thing we need right here. Introducing secret weapon number 6 or 7. Bring this up as you go along. The same with the ordinary magnet I found at the hardware store. Watch this. It was a nine-tailed pure yin shrine fox. Watch this, bring it close to the ground, and ta-da, peek out the eye. Oh, yeah. Come on, little guys. Come on to Papa. Must be nice to be so easily entertained. First, the investigation must continue. Now let's get back to it. Plus, there's something metallic nearby. So I'm picking up something over here. Take a little look-see. Huh? Those little guys in the grass. They're the same as the weight we found by the well. That must be from Mr. Saint's trick. You know, I don't actually know. We may have broken things, so I don't know what happens. So you may want to hold off on random outfits for a little bit. See what happens. Someone hide these here on purpose? I count 4 altogether, sir. They're more than heavy enough to send him flying. That's 150 pounds. So that's below average for someone. Somebody hit several of the same weights as the one by the well. Why? And why over here? Yes, that's worked, me. Eek! Alligator! I think nearly gave me a heart attack. Yeah, it's a lot heavier than me. Huh? What's the matter, detective? It's a metal detector, sir. It's, reacting to the alligator. What? How? You sure it's not responding to the weights we just found? No, sir, I'm sure this is something different. I'm sure it's coming from the alligator. And she's gone. Ha, we scared that big snapper good. I don't think that's it, Kay. Oh, then what is it? Allie hasn't been herself lately. That's the name, Allie, the warden's favorite pet. She She wouldn't even look at the food warden the guard brought her yesterday. She's acting as if, I don't know, as if maybe she'd eaten something that didn't agree with her. Maybe the metal detector was responding to whatever she ate, sir. Oh no, what if she ate one of the weights? I doubt that even an alligator could swallow a 30-pound lump of iron. What did the metal detector actually pick up? And why would someone hide those weights? Perhaps I missed something when I looked at the equipment by the well. Okay, should we recreate the scene again? And right up. What's up? Oh, hey! So, yeah, I thought that might happen. The interesting thing about, as I said, the Ninetales... Oh, I forgot to check that it's working properly. The Ninetales models have a timer to go away and bring their base model instead after a few minutes. And resetting or catching them does not fix that. Does not change that timer. The timer stays. Scout scene and expect anything that catches my attention. Since countries, nope. Since getting specifics here. Look here. Nope, failed. So Geiger's more than that. Yes. It's contraption. Imagine things is missing something. Eureka! I need some more. What? It's not missing the rope? Eureka! Nope. What am I missing? Mr. Shade's trick during the show. It's one heck of a setup to pull off with a single length of rope. Just one piece of rope? We have a contradiction on our hands. Eureka! Think about the two. Come on, I did that. Think about the two recreations. The one during the performance and the one we're looking at right now. There's a major difference between the two. Namely, that one of the ropes is missing. Oh yeah, the Shade's trick would work with only the items we see before us. So what happened? Where'd the missing rope go? I think one of the pieces of evidence we collected might tell us exactly that. Really? What shows us where the missing rope went? The rope? Take that! So I tried to, that was the first thing I put in there. Anyway, whatever. So we found beside Knight's body. Wait, you mean? Yes, it must have been the other rope used in Mr. Shade's trick. She's saying, yes, that this rope did indeed have a weight attached to it. It wasn't any of the iron weights we found. Those were hidden in the bushes and replaced with something else. Wasn't Mr. Edgeworth? Come on, I'm dying here. Think about what the rope we found in the workshop was weighted to. Good luck, I hope it helps you. I know I got some stuff to help me sleep. I sleep a lot better. Then you'll soon figure out the answer. Weight dropped down the well in place of the iron weights was... Take that! Only been Mr. Knight's body that's dropped down the well. What? Mr. Knight's body was the weight? If somebody first swapped out the weights and used for Mr. Saint's trick, Mr. Saint used the contraption to make his exit from the stage. They let the rope around his body loose, but the rope in Knight's body fell to the bottom of the well. The rope was never used to restrain Knight. It was used to spin his body halfway down the well. From this, we can easily see why most weights were hidden, and no one would realize they'd been replaced with the body. Precisely, we can then further deduce that they were hidden by the killer. What other gang? Wasn't poor old Bronco stabbed in the neck? Wouldn't there be blood everywhere, including down the well? I never thought of that, which is why they use this. The killer used the Knight's blood from everywhere at the tarp.
Take that!
This tarp was found with the body. I think it's likely that Knight's corpse is wrapped in it. Oh, another piece of the puzzle falls into place. It's all coming together now. Love it. But all we're doing is proving that the body did go down the well. Which means we're helping to prove that Simeon was the killer. No, not quite. What Judge Gavel said yesterday. Ah, but if Mr. Saint truly is the killer, why would he need the ghost of Celeste to commit his crime? Jack, you want to pride your stuff for a long time? Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. The stuff I'm prescribed that helps me sleep is not necessary. That's a side effect. So the doctor prescribed it to me for something else. But it does help me sleep. I'm actually gonna ask next time I talk to the doctor if I can get a higher dosage. If I got the minimum dosage. I also like playing with it. I only bring one up at a time. So I keep the rest of them in the normal bottle, so I just bring up one at a time. In a old bottle. Truly, what's the killer? Why would you need to go to such lengths to commit this crime? That's true. Oh, we need to brush. I need to go brush. Alright, I'm gonna go brush. I'll be right back, and then we'll get to the bottom of this, okay? So I will be right back in 3 minutes. And I am back. Sorry about that. Took a bit longer than I anticipated. Alright. That's true. Are we good? Everything good? Are we? Probably good. Matt's body fell down the well when Mr. Saint used his contraption during the show. Therefore, it reveals nothing about where the real killer actually was, or what they were doing at the time. Commander Fox? No, this is still, Fury and Triumph Fox. It's only designed to throw suspicion onto those who were not at the show. Yeah, I guess we did suspect Mr. Canis right away, huh? That was the killer's goal, to make us think that the crime took place during the show. In other words, they used the well contraption to construct an alibi. Miss Barry, when exactly did Mr. Saint put his contraption together? It would have been the day before the show. The night before, actually. Brandon Fox. We got Valentine's Day, Fox. We started getting ready for the show at around 9 p.m. I think we finished at around midnight. In which case, the killer must have switched the weights out for the body after that point. Yay! Welcome home! I hope you had a nice day. And Mr. Saint strict up data updated. Okay. Did Canis know about this contraption? Even if he did, he wouldn't have been able to do much with it. I doubt that he taught his dog to spin bodies halfway down wells. Which means Canis is the killer. Can I deduce anything? Okay, nothing more to be found here. We're still not quite there yet. Flipper, as bad as it looks, sir. Poor little guy's scared out of his skin. I would have him track that sin again, but that clearly isn't in the cards now. The basket, a cart. We already did all that. The store appears to be locked. When we open, I can't guarantee anything, but I'll certainly give it a try. Now, if we deem it necessary, we ask for the key. I already did this too. Alright, let's try talking to Regina. Do you come to visit the prison often, Regina? I sure do. I have so many little friends here. So, it's wonderful. And they're also sweeties, the old faces and the new. I made a new friend only yesterday. Allie's just the cutest. Keep that full-grown alligator lurking in the depths of the pond? Are you sure about that? Can't help worrying you could just walk up and then jump, you know? Don't be silly. She'd never do anything like that. Especially she's not doing great. Her she hasn't been herself since yesterday. I'm so worried about her. You guys are worried too, right? Right? Yeah, totally. Super worried. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, super. Don't rule me into this. Edgeworth, I think I've cracked the case, sir. What the killer was an invisible man. Go on. Well, the weapon came out of nowhere, and nobody knows how the body was moved. Well, that makes sense until you put an invisible man in the picture. Hey, don't tell me you think the invisible people really exist. Who knows, sir, but it'd be fun to see one, though, huh? What a whining idea. Perhaps we should make your assignment to Mr. Winter permanent from tomorrow. You're beginning me. You're probably so pleased with Santa Claus. You in glass houses. Alright, let's save real quick. Can I save? Alright, oh. I was trying to talk to her, but wasn't Mr. Edgeworth. Right, you want me to change this recreation to the performance 2 days ago? Okay, let's see how things look during the show. I'm home to warn the guard's beloved alligator. Those bones must be from her latest meal. Someone doubt the alligator could pick a carcass clean like that. I got the feeling she was rather ladylike in her own way, actually. If you say so. I do. I kind of have a sixth sense for these things. Interesting talent, though not one I'm particularly envious of. Who the hell is he, the aged elephant? Now empty is the lady herself is on stage. How they got her in here in the first place? What do you mean? Well, the entrance to the yard is pupil-sized. There's like a gazillion megawatts pumping through that fence. Kind of risky, no? Not if one turned off the electricity. If all the prisoners escape. Were entrance blocked by an elephant? I think not. It's a real puzzle, alright. I need to give some more thought. She seems to be enjoying the challenge. I'll leave her to it. Oh, the basket's empty the other recreation. Oh yeah. There's definitely full here. Sorry, made a mistake. We already made a note of that, okay. Well, we did just save. Can we make a connection? Didn't work. Alright, so I'm not getting anywhere right now. Great Thief's great secret weapon. Let me intrigue, Miles Reno. I'm excited by the book stuff, though, yeah? Using Great Thief doodads in an official investigation? Oh, enough with the death stares, Chief. I'm cool, okay? I can keep a secret. Anything for the truth, am I right? It's possible that vital evidence has already been destroyed. Without Kay's reproduction on the scene, we have no hope of finding it. Relax, like I said, I'll just sip it and nod politely while you catch your thing. Thank you, that would be very helpful. Nothing more to be found here. I'll try this one. How does this connect? The apples in the basket were likely eaten by Azia. Really? That's strange. I made sure to put the cart where her trunk couldn't reach them. Are you sure about that? Oh yes, it was still full of apples the night before the show. We must consider the possibility that the cart was moved somewhere within Azia's reach. Why that's full of apples couldn't have been moved by the wind. It's likely means somebody moved it for a reason. Before the show had even started, the cart had been moved, and its apples eaten. This seems to be the most probable timeline. Let's update the recreation, Kay. We'll add that to the simulation of the performance then. They're all done. I warned some about animals. It was being used for the elephant. What is these apples, right? Yep, it was full of them the day before the show. They vanished overnight. Oh, did you figure out something out, Miss Edgeworth? Quite possibly. The body was moved in the basket. Basket was moved the night before the circus performance. It reduced the weights were switched out for the body at around the same time. Hard to chalk that up to coincidence, huh? The next question we should be asking is, why was the cart moved? I think I can hazard a guess that the cart would have been blocking that door. Which can only mean that somebody needed to open it. Let's see what's... Oh, great. It's locked. Let me ask a guard for help. Hey, Mr. Guard. Yes, miss? What can I do for you? That was fast. Guard, where is the key for this door? Oh, the warden keeps hold of that. I'll go ask her for it. Warden Lagarde is the only one with a key. I mean, if somebody did open the door, they would have had to get it from her somehow. Thanks for the help. Look at all these breakers. It must control the electricity for the whole prison. That's not that many breakers. I have more in my house. A lot more. So we're thinking somebody got in here on the night before the show, right? But why? What were they trying to do? Well, I doubt they came here by mistake thinking it was a break room. They must come to tamper with the switches. Did they turn off their power to something? Come think of it. Wasn't there something that lost power? Well, might have lost power had a breaker been flipped.
Take that!
There was a 3-hour gap in the security camera footage. Oh yeah, there was. So somebody flipped the breaker it was connected to. Seems very likely. Think it was the killer? It's true that shutting off the cameras would have made things easier for them. It would. Which means it clearly would have had to be someone who had access to the breakers. Seems only one person has the key. It couldn't be, could it? Hey, little thief, your work here is done. Give me my health back. Full health. What are those things? First on the scene, the early bird wins the worm. Good morning, Mr. Winter. Huh? You! How'd you get here before me? Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. I see you made an early start. I see you made a late one, Judge Gavel. It's not my only case. I'm a very busy woman. Not all of us enjoy the freedom of a prosecutor relieved his only current responsibility. Gnurk! I do apologize. I meant, of course, an associate attorney. I can't make that noise. It is like associates, more like asinine. We'll see about that. You just let us begin the investigation of the yard. Okay, I'll go get some officers to help.
Hold it!
That won't be necessary. Why not? We've already finished investigating the yard, and won quite the prize in the process. Oh, won? Then I'm supposed to be the winner. Your Honor, I'd like to visit your theory from yesterday, in order to thoroughly disprove it. I would caution you to choose your words carefully, Mr. Edgeworth. As I'm sure you remember, your badge is in my hands. How could I forget? You've told me several dozen times already. Perhaps you'd care to try a different threat.
Overruled.
You've been warned repeatedly, yes, and each time my words seem to fall on deaf ears. Let me make this crystal clear. The committee cannot and will not tolerate insubordination.
Objection!
The fate of my badge and the whims of the committee are of no concern to me now. The only thing that concerns me is proving Seaman Saint's innocence. Interesting. It's spoken like a true defense attorney. In that case, I have to be quickly uncompromising. In the name of the goddess of justice, I will strike down your case without mercy. When I'm done, your career as a prosecutor will be over as well. I hope you do not come to regret this. My theory remains the same as when I related it to you yesterday. Mr. Carsvedo did not see Mr. Knight's body when passing through the tunnel. As such, the body could only have been dropped down the well during the show. We both know the only one who could have dropped the body down there during the show was Mr. Saint. That's still your assertion, and you can prove it, of course. Of course you can. Who do you think you're up against? What used to me say is that we received the final autopsy report just ahead of our arrival. She is a very busy woman, busy looking after a baby Winter. Victim appears to have died the night before the body was discovered. In other words, the night before the show. Cause of death is stated. Seems the wound is 4 inches deep. "3 a.m. and 6 a.m. Seaman Saint was off stage for a period of 15 minutes. That's plenty of time for him to throw the victim's body down the well. Hasn't investigated the yard yet, which means I fear there may be something of a flaw with your theory, Your Honor. You seem very confident of that. Do you have any evidence to prove it? Yes, I think I just might. Alright. My theory remains the same as when I related to you yesterday. I'm just not gonna press on that. Mr. Carter did not see Mr. Knight's body when he traveled past the tunnel.
Hold it!
Is it possible that Mr. Carceredo simply failed to notice the body? Listen to this, Assistant Attorney. You have been through the secret passage, have you not? Whoa, how'd you know? I noticed mud on you yesterday, on that charming key in your hair. To be precise. It's incredible, you could be a great thief with eyes like that. Answer me truthfully, in the name of the goddess. Would you or would you not have noticed a body had one been present? Well, you know, I guess I would have. There you have it. Mr. Carceredo did not see a body, which means there was no body there to see. This body could only have been dropped down the well during the show.
Hold it!
Talk us through your reasoning on that a little more. Therefore, the performance Mr. Knight borrowed the keys to Mr. Carceredo. More specifically, the key to his cell. Knight then used the key to leave his cell and enter Mr. Saint's cage. Saint took Mr. Knight down to the yard, in the cage, that's where he killed him. The following day, Mr. Carceredo crawled his way through the tunnel, but there is no body there yet. So let's add up. Mr. Carceredo smelled that sweet smell, so Mr. Knight must have been in the tunnel already. No, his body did not pass through the tunnel until sometime after Mr. Carceredo crawled through it. Mr. Carceredo used the tunnel right around the time the show was starting. The body was discovered just after the performance ended. She deduced that the body could only have been thrown down the well during the show. Yes, and who could the culprit must be? But also, the only one who could have dropped the body down there during the show was Mr. Saint.
Hold it!
Are you sure about that? Could nobody else have done it? And Mr. Bailey was on stage for the entire performance. Most of the prisoners were watching the show, and those who were not had plausible alibis. What about the guards? They too were watching the show, as was the warden. I can be so sure, a guard could easily approach the well unnoticed. Then the guards left their post during the show. I've checked this for myself, you know. Took the same as each and every one of them. Alright, she's thorough, I'll give her that. Are you finally ready to accept the truth? That the killer could only have been Mr. Simeon Saint? Gabble hasn't carried out a full investigation of the yard yet. Means we've got the advantage for a change. Let's use the evidence we gathered during the investigation of the yard. Let's look at our evidence. Is this good enough, you think?
Objection!
I take it. Nope. Failed.
Objection!
No?
Objection!
I don't know why it mattered. Sorry, Your Honor. There's something else you're going to have to take into account. The well in the yard was rigged up to create a certain unique contraption. A contraption? Go on. You recall that Mr. Saint was sent flying from the stage by the elephant. I do, just before he was to be absent for some time. He was only able to fly through the air thanks to a weighted rope he tied around himself. However, the way to in down the well allowed him to complete the trick.
Objection!
Wait, wouldn't that send him flying as soon as he set foot on the stage?
Hold it!
It's simple, really. He kept the weight from falling by using a stake to keep the rope in place. With the second rope, he was able to pull the stake free, thereby controlling when the weight was dropped. We have found evidence to suggest that the original weight was replaced with Knight's body. This was done by the real killer in order to create an alibi. The estimated time of death tells that the murder took place early in the morning. The killer could have tampered with the contraption in the time between the murder and the show.
Objection!
Mr. Saint himself set this contraption up, right? Well, and who do you think is the number one most likely person to use to dispose of a body, then? Even you see how this looks.
Objection!
If Mr. Saint was a killer, he could have simply done as Judge Gavel theorized without these extra steps. Sperry. Yes? Does anyone else know how Mr. Saint's trick works? Well, let's see. We had to get the president's approval of what we were going to perform. So I don't think Simeon's the only one who knows. There you have it.
Overruled!
Interesting. You have certainly been diligent in your investigation. And yet I fail to comprehend your actions still. Why do you not work to do what is right? Is what I'm doing wrong? If so, who is it that deems it so? I cannot grasp even that. How can you not see that you are doing wrong at this very moment? You're a prosecutor, and you aid the defense. This flies in the face of common sense. You're breaking every rule in the book. I think only what is right and just, and act as I see fit in each situation I'm confronted with. This is the path I have chosen. And whether you can comprehend that choice is immaterial. But, if you mean to stand in my way, I will fight back with all I can bring to bear. Perhaps the goddess of justice is testing me. Very well, if it is her will that we must fight, then I shall end this once and for all. So well, Mr. Edgeworth, for there is another reason why only Mr. Saint can be the killer. If the body was moved from the yard to the workshop, then Mr. Knight must have first been brought here to the yard of his cell. The only person who had the opportunity to do that is Simeon Saint. And thus he remains the only plausible suspect. Saint took a cage with him to Mr. Knight's cell. Why would he do that? Why would he take such an unwieldy object all the way to holding cells? It is pretty sus. We've all met Mr. Saint. That's exactly the only thing he would do. It's entirely plausible he took the cage with him out of absent-mindedness and nothing else. It may be plausible, but it's no more or less plausible than him having helped Mr. Knight to escape. Alright, I need some real solid evidence if I'm going to get her to budge. I was with the yard in the workshop.
Hold it!
Do you think that Mr. Knight was killed here in the yard? When do you think he was brought here? Sometime between midnight and 8 a.m. the day of the show. It's only been during that time. In other words, between the end of the rehearsal and the start of the performance. He's saying his body was moved from the yard to the workshop. And Mr. Knight must have first been brought here to the yard from his cell.
Hold it!
Was there really no other way he could have come here? Mr. Knight was awaiting trial. If he, a random non-inmate, had openly entered the prison proper, he surely would have been noticed. And presumably none of your witnesses have testified to having seen such a thing. Precisely. Praise be to the goddess of justice for granting you this insight. So as you'll agree, it can only be that Mr. Knight was brought over here in secret. The only person who had the opportunity to do that is Simeon Saint.
Hold it!
You're certain nobody else had the opportunity? May I remind you that we are in a prison? The entire facility is monitored at all times. Anything out of the ordinary would have been spotted.
Hold it!
You're saying it was under Saint scrutiny, was he not?
Overruled!
Warden had granted the members of the circus troop special access. As a member of that troop, under the supervision of Miss Berry, he is the only person who was free to wander where he willed.
Objection!
Seems you've forgotten something, Your Honor.
Overruled!
Forgot is not a word in my vocabulary, Mr. Edgeworth. Very well, then recall this fact, if you will. You think that Mr. Saint is the only person who was free to walk around the prison. There was a brief period of time on the day of the crime in this prison. Time would have been possible for anyone to move through the prison entirely unmonitored. That shows her appeared on the day of the crime where oversight was limited.
Take that!
Mr. Chang's far from the only one who had the opportunity. Now, which opportunity are we talking about again? We previously established that the time code on the security footage was off by 3 hours. And this being introduced, there must have been a power outage lasting for that length of time, during which anyone could have moved around the prison undetected. You can say that our killer intentionally created this 3-hour gap? That was no simple camera malfunction? Is that even possible? It's completely possible to create the 3-hour gap using this.
Take that!
Our investigation of the yard turned up something rather interesting. A panel of breakers, one of which can be used to cut the power to the security cameras. We also learned the door to the power room may have been opened at around the time of the murder. Oh, what? Take that, stupid. Such a shame to see one so capable fall so short of the mark. Sheriff knows what he's doing. Ha ha ha. Then how does he explain the lock on the power room door? Oh yeah, it was kind of locked up tight. And the warden's the only one with the key. Those breakers are vital to the prison's infrastructure. So I very much doubt that anyone could have gained access to the power room's key so easily.
Objection!
No, but one person could have. I beg your pardon. That person, the killer, had easy access to it, in fact. What's more, their position here is such that nobody would dare question them.
Objection!
But what? There's no one like that. Breaker the fist is in there. It would be questioned in an instant. So one person who meets these criteria. I'll leave it myself. That'd follow where the logic leads. The person who had access to the power room key was...
Take that!
Her name is Fifi? No culprit is... Warren the guard. Oh, just look at you. Aren't you the cutest little Poochie Woochie? Poochie Woo. He's not just a pretty face, Missiles also has quite the nose for sweet things. He's smelling something very sweet indeed. It's coming from you. Oh, darling, you're making me blush. I'm not even wearing perfume. And perhaps it is the sweet stench of death. You're a regular poet, aren't you? I had no idea. It's the apples. If I didn't know better, I'd almost think you were calling Wah the killer. That's precisely what I'm calling you. Yeah, take that. What? Warden the guard is the killer? Mr. Edward, do you realize what you're saying? Oh ho ho, such a naughty boy. How could he suspect me, I'm the one in charge around here. It's like we're in a murder mystery, aren't we? Kinda hit that one on the nose. Maybe far-fetched, this is preposterous.
Hold it!
Sadly, it is not. Although I can hardly believe it, myself. This is where the evidence points. Look, that fox can kiss her all he or she wants to. This is where the evidence points, and we must trust in the evidence. The evidence proves that Warden the guard is the killer.
Take that!
This proves you're the killer. Darling, please. That's your damning evidence? It has nothing to do with me, whatsoever. And you know it. Wait, what? What's that? I smell something in regard just now. There it was could only be the key to this case. I hope Mr. Edward Cummins no notes down. This is no joke, Warden. You're the killer. Really? Well, could you at least try and present some plausible evidence?
Take that!
Your scent betrays you, Warden. And here's your accuser. Police dog? We had him track a sweet scent that was lingering around Knight's body back when it was first found. He now appears to be smelling the same scent, and it's coming from you. Oh, darling, you're priceless. Really you are. Your evidence of witless suspicion? Verity, dear, do put him in his place. It seems Judge Gallo may have reached a similar conclusion to myself. It needs to be no mere coincidence, Mr. Edgeworth? I do. After all, she had the key, and the scent found lingering on the body is hers as well. Or just one or the other, we might be able to brush it off as coincidence. However... Indeed, then it seems a conclusion approaches. Perhaps we should hear what the warden has to say for herself. We should, and when we have, this case will finally be at an end. You're all being simply awful. Stop looking at me like that. Me, the killer? Stop smooching the fox and just defend yourself. Me, the killer, how could I possibly do such a thing? I didn't do it. Mary told me everything she knows about the case, sweetie. The victim died in his cell, so by your logic, I would have had to have killed him there. How am I supposed to have moved the body? Especially as I never went to the prison. I was too busy with work, you see. I was cooped up in my office until right before the show began. Looks like you won't find a record anywhere of me having entered or left the prison proper. I had the first idea what harebrained theories you little scamps have cooked up, but I'm innocent. Simply no way I could be the killer. Wait, Mister doesn't lie, doesn't... Don't make it hard on everyone, just come clean. Look, I'm afraid you were the one making things difficult. I just said I never went into the prison. Think I'm lying, go ahead and check the records. He wants to check those records, which means they won't help us. Wish I'd find another way of getting the truth out of her. Please, Miss Redworth, stop being a big silly. You made a boo-hoo. You made a boo-boo and you know it. Mary told me everything she knows about the case, sweetie.
Hold it!
Did Galwa told you everything? Are you close? Thick as thieves, darling. Why do you ask? Are you jealous? She's jealous of what? I'd ask Warden Lagarde for a lot of information on the first day of our investigation. If you're feeling right, that share some information in return. Oh, Virg, you have to make it sound so awfully dry. I thought we had a lovely chat. Ah, I simply shared the truth in our conversation. It's the least I could do. I'm not sure what's going on with these two. They're terrifyingly formidable together. I want to know what's going on with her eyes. Is that an eye patch? Victim died in his cell. It's rather like I'd have to kill him there.
Hold it!
Murder took place in his cell? You seem very happy to accept that. Why shouldn't I be? It seems the most likely place for it to have happened without drawing attention. As they found nice blood in his cell. Yes, but that was from being struck by Mr. Carcerado. I didn't tell her that, I suppose. I think there's also been no testimony to the contrary. What does it matter? Knight being killed in his cell doesn't go against any of the facts, anyway. How am I supposed to remove the body, especially as I never went into the prison?
Hold it!
Give me evidence that you didn't enter the prison? Please, darling, let me finish. I should this work, you see. I was cooped up in my office right before the show began.
Hold it!
So you were in your office the whole time? You didn't notice anything unusual? No, I can't say that I did. And you didn't notice anything missing? I must confess, I'm a rather messy girl. And a forgetful one at that. I put something down and it's lost forever. It's a curse, darling. A curse. I've lost some important evidence recently. It was gone. Poof, just like that. What? And she still has a job? Honestly, somebody came in my office and took something. It might be years before I noticed. Urgh. Seems like I need more than the power room key to expose her. Lady Murder, I was working in my office. Oh, and looking for something I'd misplaced. If I had a reason to go into prison, I simply wouldn't have had the time. I feel like you won't find a record anywhere of me having entered or left the prison proper.
Hold it!
I know you didn't go through the main entrance to the prison. What if you took another route? Oh, come on, sweetie. Sure, mean that awfully filthy tunnel that you discovered. Well, until yesterday, I had no idea they even existed. No, you had another way in. I'm certain of it. Route that didn't require going through the main entrance of the tunnel. The route you took went through this location.
Take that!
To the fence. Warden, you took Knight from his cell and brought him to your office. It just happens to be connected to the yard. If you had a way through the fence, then you would have been able to circumvent both the entrance and the tunnel. Hee hee, a gold star for creativity, darling. And how would I have gotten to the fence, Extremely high fence, topped with a razor wire, with thousands of volts of electricity going through it. Yeah, how's supposed to have gotten through that, This electricity supply can be cut off from the power room. No, you had the key, Warden. No one but you could have done it.
Overruled.
Utterly ridiculous. The power room was on the prison side of the yard. Warden Lagarde's on the ditch side. How would she even have reached the power room? Exactly, Verity, darling. Well, clever puss, you've dug yourself a real hole now. Gurk, There's no record of Warden Lagarde having entered the prison proper. And the idea she could have shut off the fence by using the breaker is out of the question. Alright, but there must be some way she could have done it. Take a deep breath, big guy. Lose your cool, and you've lost everything. If I don't find a solution, you might have still wiggle out of this. I said take a deep breath, not freak out and completely lose your cool. There's nothing to be gained by banging your head against the same wall, yeah? No matter how you look at it, Warden Lagarde couldn't have done it alone. Whichever, if you cannot find a... You're not doing yourself any favors by obstructing justice with your silence. That's a reflexive objection. Now that I've yelled it, if I don't come up with an answer, it's all over. I have one more thing to add. If you'll permit me. Something that explains how the warden could have shut off the breaker from the wrong side of the fence? Yes, because it's not as impossible as it seems. What enabled her to shut off the breaker? Alright, I'm looking. I don't know. We said accomplished. She could have done it alone. What if she wasn't alone? Oh, now we're talking. Reflex the old gray matter, kiddo. I believe that Warden Lagarde had an accomplice.
Overruled.
Enough, you disappoint me, Mr. Edgeworth. What do you mean? Mr. Edgeworth has said nothing wrong. The inmates of the prisoner all issue with security bracelets. The ones that raise the alarm, people go where they're not supposed to be. Ah. So you realize your error, and here we are, of course, with the prison grounds. Where not only are the bracelets worn, but even the guards surveil each other for signs of wrongdoing. Despite all that, no one noticed Mr. Carceredo's escape. The only ones who are free to roam are the animals. They most certainly could not have operated the breaker. No, so our accomplice must be human.
Overruled.
And who did, given that it cannot have been a prisoner or a guard?
Objection.
I wouldn't be so quick to rule out either, Your Honor. The fact is, there is one person, someone whose movements weren't restricted. And I have just evidence to show who that free-roaming person was. Where's the bracelet?
Take that.
This is one of the prisoner's bracelets. Indeed, a broken bracelet belonging to a certain self-proclaimed model prisoner. What do you mean? And who is this prisoner? Frank Sweat, Warden Lagarde's favorite inmate. Uh-oh. No, don't lick her, Sweat! No! Come on, you're giving Fox a bad name. It's strange, isn't it, Warden? That he was able to keep his broken bracelet hidden and wander freely around the prison all the while? That's pretty funky, and I don't mean in a good way. It couldn't be the case he was permitted some sort of special leeway, could it? Although you're in the habit of giving such leeway to certain others. Body Dharma Canis, for example.
Overruled.
Mr. Edgeworth, that is pure speculation.
Objection.
Well, in that case, why don't we ask Mr. Sweat himself? I'm confident he will confirm for us that he and the Warden Guard were accomplices in this crime. If two of them had worked together, a certain route in the prison becomes viable. The real route for which Knight was moved from his cell to the prison proper. Oh, there were two big obstacles in her path. First, security camera outside Knight's cell. Second, the electrified fence in the yard. But she was able to remove both obstacles in one fell swoop. I missed it to shut off the corresponding breakers. Alright, Mr. Edgeworth, you've had your fun. And? Do you still deny it, Warden Lagarde? I know, darling. You got me. I admit it. Warden! Tell me this isn't true. Sorry, Verity, honey. I'm afraid it is. Frankie helped me do it. No way. This might be the first. What's the twist? Because clearly, she's not going to admit to it. You did it, Mr. Edgeworth. You got her. Nice shooting, cowboy. She won't be living out of this now. As Mr. Edgeworth said, I held Frankie's weeks off the breaker. But we didn't kill Knight, did we? No, sweetums. No, we didn't. Well, what? Warden, explain yourself. Oh, Verity, dear. I doubt your precious goddess will want to hear my excuses now. She's all merciful. You have but to confess, and you shall be saved. Oh gosh, alright. I was being threatened. I had no choice but to do as he said. Who's he? Bodhidharma Canis, that awful assassin. Canis. How long has it been since that awful man came in here to my beautiful prison? Never forget the day he arrived. Oh, you're all alone. He said this to me. You should know that I have other dogs. Dogs not confined to this fine institution. Others? Yes. Very loyal dogs. Dogs who do anything I ask of them. Of course, he wasn't talking about real dogs. He's talking about his very human cronies. And then he said one last thing. I would recommend that you take care and how you treat me during my stay here. I wouldn't want to have to set my dogs on you. Or your precious family. I had no choice. I gave him that cell. I gave him everything he asked for. Everything? Wait, is that how he became the fixer? Yes, darling. I obeyed his every command. And smuggled in for him all that he wanted. Eventually, I brought dear sweet Frankie into our little conspiracy. He agreed right away, of course, because I made things easier for him, too. You're smuggling in contraband? How exactly? Once a week late at night, Frankie would shut off the breakers. That allowed me to go from my office into the yard without being seen by the cameras. Then we dropped the packages down the well on the prison side and went back through the fence. You can't prove that! Each one of those spritz with a little of my perfume. That's a cute perfume bottle. I want it. That's what the sweet smell was. I thought it was the apples. Yes, it was a signal for Canis' dog. When he picked up the scent, he fetched the package to bring them back to his master. He had to make sure Rocco wasn't in his cell at the time, of course. It can't have been easy to keep him from finding out. But we're all very much creatures of habit here at this prison, darling. Everything runs to a schedule, meals, exercise hours, that sort of thing. We knew when he wasn't there. That adorable little bear of his freezes with fright at the sight of Canis' dog, poor thing. There's no risk in raising the alarm either. She has oversight over everything here at the prison, which made her the perfect mule. If they're on his side, Canis couldn't fail. Hank would sneak out again as early in the morning to switch the breakers back on, and our work was done. Apart from fixing the time codes and the cameras, which I would do later when I got the chance. You have shared a great deal, Warden. Master Justice will surely take your honesty into account. She gave it up when she was caught. I've been the most dreadful fool I know I have. I'm supposed to be the one in charge. Day Knight's murder was also one of our delivery days. And so Frankie, bless his heart, did his usual work with the breakers. But there was no package for me to deliver that day, so I didn't go out into the yard. So that's the secret behind the fixer system, why she was... He's been trying to track down his accomplices for the longest time. You know, I've had to lend a hand myself, you know. Heaven knows how many times I've hauled the secret scoundrel in my office to talk to me. No matter what I say or how much emphasis I present them with, simply won't say a word. That's why you're interrogating Mr. Keynes over and over. Exactly. He's trying to track down those horrible hinge people of his. I borrowed everything the police had on that rotten scoundrel. Watched his every move. I intercepted every letter he wrote. His letters. So much you must know about his correspondence chess games, too. No matter what I did, I couldn't turn up any clues as to who his underlings were. When you feel like this, it's... oh, you just can't comprehend it. You just heard for yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. Words of Warden Lagarde's professions have cleansed her of all suspicion. Sure, there's no need to hound her any longer. Has she really been cleared of all suspicion, though? Or is there more about her to uncover? I'm sorry, Your Honor. This conversation isn't over yet. And I think the Goddess of Justice would agree. You mean to make her suffer even more than she already has? Or she is suffering under Mr. Canis. There's nothing to prove her innocence in Mr. Knight's murder. She made herself that she knew of and even facilitated the so-called fixer's delivery route. But she used that same route to move Knight's body. Where's your evidence, Mr. Edgeworth? And the fact that the sweet smell of Knight's body is the exact same scent Warden Lagarde uses to signal delivery. What do you make of that? Well, that's because we've done it so many times by now that the whole well probably smells of it. So it must have just rubbed off on his body. As matched the statement that Mr. Carsvado provided. Smell, yeah, it always smelled kind of nice down there. Nice? I don't know, smelled like sort of like dessert, I guess. His words seemed to suggest the smell had been permeated the well. Arg. You're rendered speechless, I see. I hereby move to adjourn this session of the court. No, what do we do, Mr. Edgeworth? What can I do, as far as we go? Fine, so we're actually done? Yes, it seems we are. By the power vested in me, this court is adjourned. Hold it! Who was that? Come on, Judge G. Things are just getting good. Fender. Are you objecting to my adjourning this session? Heh. No. Would shout objection if I want to do that. You do you, G. Adjourn, don't adjourn, whatever floats your boat. What are you doing, Mr. Fender? Don't worry about what I'm doing. Let's all just take the chill pill, shall we? Vitamin a square of chocolatey goodness. Anyone? Are you trying to get yourself charged with contempt of court? No, my bad. I just had a quick request to make, is all. I see Saint's lawyer, that is. Oh yes, I had forgotten that. You were his real attorney, Mr. Fender. How could you? You're killing me here. You blame us? You've been making Mr. Edward do everything this whole time. Right you are, which is why here's time to put in some work. Work, you say? Somehow I don't believe you've got work to do in your life. Let's say this is me doing some prep work for the upcoming trial. Mind if I question the witness? Now? Amusing, but what is there left to ask? I got to think of my funny bone that Fuse here has something more to tell us about the killer. Do I? Oh, nice. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to play in a couple days. Yes, indeed. See, as a major player on Team Simeon, I can spot a sympathizer when I see one. You don't think he did it, do you? So tell us, who did? Come on, spill the beans. We're all ears. Mr. Edward, what's he doing? He's trying to coax one in the garden giving something away. Ask yourself, why would she go to all the trouble of sending Knight's body on such an odd journey? It's because she wanted to frame Mr. Canis. She did? No way. He's convicted of committing murder here. That could have been grounds for a transfer to another prison. Most likely a more secure facility. Where he'd be out of her hair forever, huh? Precisely. She saw her opportunity and seized it. No. Saint can't not be the killer. That's not fair. I was ready to prosecute him. I know, right? Maybe we should find out what she thinks first. I don't want to get the wrong guy, yeah? Hey, nice. Now Mr. Winter has to go along with it, too. Warden, are you happy to testify further? Of course. How could I refuse the silver-tongued devil? Eddykins, you have such a way with words. Just doing my job, Fief. How are we doing on ad time? I got 9 minutes left. Besides, one can't tell the truth without telling the whole truth, can one? I'm simply dying to tell all, very darling. Do say you let me. As you wish, court is unadjourned. Should we, before we do this testimony, should we go and brush? I mean, we've got 9 minutes left, but I could do like a 2.5 minute one. Alright, I'm gonna do 2.5 one real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I am back. Alright. Let's keep going. We press on. Ever onward. Mistress Court is unadjourned. Could we pull that off, Mr. Fender? Ooh, me either. Thank you for the timely intervention. Hey, it's the least I could do. Gary's not wrong. I've been leaning on you hard. Besides, defense never rests. Am I right? Simeon's depending on us. My hair is not staying down. Sadly, I think I just about exhausted my reserves in cool lawyer chat there. And we can't foul this up now. It means you're up to bat, Miss Miles. Show him that never rests spirit. I shall. Fabulous, then let's get started. Alright, get started. My truth! I really don't think anyone could have done it but that dreadful man Canis. There's no telling what went on between him and the victim. I simply took a disliking to him. He's certainly a type. But whatever the sort of details, it was him. He stabbed that poor man to death. And he had his dog dispose the body. That simply has to be what happened. Victor Mr. Knight, yes? I did him the most terrible disservice. Yes, you killed him. I suppose you could put it that way. For once, a sorry excuse for a warden. Brandon Fox. Oh, we got the Galaxy Dress Fox. This would have never happened, and that's why I have to clean up this terrible mess. We're on the guard. As ever, your honesty is truly to your credit. I'm certain Mr. Knight is looking down and weeping tears of gratitude. I never met Mr. Knight. We don't think anyone else could have done it but that dreadful man Canis.
Hold it!
You seem very confident in your assertion. Why is that? Because all the other children in my little home are absolute sweethearts. They have faith in themselves and in one other. They have faith in the guards, and me. They work hard every day to better themselves. None of them... I've worn a cat around my neck before. It's about the same thing, right? They work hard every day to better themselves. None of them dare commit murder. I feel like it'd be very hot, though. It's a very touching reason indeed. I don't believe a word of it. The Canis, oh, he's rotten to the core. That was kind of cute. I liked it. He's the only one who will do something like that. Let's just tell you what went on between him and the victim.
Hold it!
I was being kept in a holding cell while Mr. Canis was in the prison proper. What could possibly happen between them when they were at the opposite ends of the facility? Prisons aren't as big as they seem, you know. All kinds of awful things could happen. Not only around 2 days before he was murdered. I can't imagine anything significant happening in that short span of space of time. You don't know Canis, my dear. He'd find a way, I'm sure of it. I simply took a disliking to him. He's certainly the type.
Hold it!
How can you take a disliking to somebody all the way over in the holding cells? I'm just plucking possibilities out of the air, darling. As I said, there's no telling what really went on between them. So awfully serious, aren't you? Not that I mind, of course. But why is she looking at me like that? So noble, so dashing in that marvelous suit. So clever. I feel myself becoming your biggest fan, darling. I really can. Nagoo! Stay with me, Mr. Stay with me, Mr. Edgeworth. I wasn't prepared for that mental onslaught. Other sort of details, it was him. He stabbed a poor man to death.
Hold it!
What more can you tell us about those sort of details? Well, you know what Canis once did for a living. I doubt the killing part gave him much trouble. Especially his victim was already injured. His neck, I think? Couldn't turn his head to the right, poor dear. That's what they told me when they brought him in, anyway. Let's make some sort of report for the warden when new prisoners are admitted. Seemed keen for us to think you didn't know much about Knight. Suppose I didn't, sweetie. The victim was simply a fun target to that monster, nothing more. I bet Canis used the chisel that was hidden in that chest set, don't you? Awfully grisly business. Just imagine, the man probably didn't even have time to cry out. I see, thank you for your thoughts. They're very helpful. Actually, I'd like to hear about them in a little more detail if you don't mind. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, you're making me blush. I chat with you all day. Don't look so nervous, darling. I'm only teasing. Of course we can talk about them some more. They can't use the chisel that's hidden in the chest set, don't you?
Hold it!
Which chest set would that be, precisely? Why, the one the victim brought in, sweetie. Just try to keep up. It was a certain certified chest fanatic, or so I'm led to believe. You know, he was stuck a chisel inside it. Can you imagine? I should know about the chisel in the chest set. Only few people were supposed to know about that. After all, we only learned about it thanks to certain deductions we made. So how did she find out? Of course, in the hands of a killer like Canis, even a chisel could serve as a deadly weapon. It would be easy work for a vile assassin.
Hold it!
Seem to have very strong feelings about Mr. Canis. Well, of course I do. I told you what he said to me. What an absolute menace he was to interrogate. He could slip out of anything, his name. Sounds as tough as a rock. That infuriating, self-satisfied look on his face when they took him back to his cell. My blood boils just thinking about it. Certainly no blame her on that count. Then he had his dog dispose of the body. That simply has to be what happened.
Hold it!
Sure you're not suggesting that the dog threw the body down the well. I will say this, for people, human people, foxes tend to be a little musky. I would not recommend wearing them around your neck because just the scent will rub off on you. And, odd enough, humans don't find that attractive. Funny that. Sure you're not suggesting about dog threw the body down the well. Told you already. What? This tail? That's not my problem. I already have enough tails to worry about. Told you already, Canis has more dogs than that beastly creature. Remember, he has pets on the outside too. And he brought someone in from the outside prison to help him commit the crime? Of course not, silly. How they've made it through security. He's a so-called fixer, no? It shows that fabulous brain of yours a little. How hard would it be for him to recruit a dog on the inside, or even plant one? And does that dog have a name? Under that, my life would be so much easier, now wouldn't it? Anyway, it was just a little thought. You can ponder in your own sweet time, darling. She's a slippery one. I'm not going to be able to catch her with this line of questioning, it seems. Well, our assessment is a little more than a house of cards. I need to push her on the right statement to bring it all tumbling down. Alright.
Objection!
I mean, it's the part of the prison. Warn the guard. You strike me as being more careful than the image you project suggests. Mr. Edgeworth, please. Call me Fifi, or Sweetie Pie if you prefer. However, I think you may have been a little less careful than you realize in this instance. Yep. I'm here. Ah, I dropped my bottle. I gotta stop playing with stuff. Teehee, aren't you just the most adorable little creature? Don't be embarrassed. We're all family here. Nagoo! Come on, Edgeworth. Don't let her get inside your head. You said earlier that you didn't know much about Knight. In which case, I find it rather strange that you know about his chisel. Well, of course I do, darling. Do you think we don't check prisoners when they come in?
Objection!
You don't talk about your way out of this, Warden. That's entirely irrelevant, and you know it. Knight didn't bring the chest set into prison himself. He was brought it by Mr. Saint when he came to visit. Knight wouldn't have had it with him when he arrived. What? I mean, of course that. Mr. Saint came in,
Objection!
You checked him? I find that hard to believe, because if you did, that makes your story all the stranger. If you found the chisel, why did you not confiscate it? There and then. Eek! Just Gabo, did you tell anyone about the hidden compartment in the chest set? I did not. If no one leaked our findings, then how exactly did you learn about the chisel, Warden Lagarde? Because it certainly couldn't have been when you checked Mr. Knight or Mr. Saint on their arrival. Indeed, such thing would imply an intentional oversight if it had been found, yet let through. Precisely, so Warden Lagarde, answer truthfully this time. Where and when did you learn about the chest set? Oh, if you won't answer, then allow me. I submit that you... Alright, darling. There's no need to rub it in. You got me, alright? Hmm? I questioned Knight. That was when I learned about the chess set. Please, you have to believe me. I did not kill him. One moment, Warden. This is a significant development. The court requests you make a detailed statement on the record. Any objection, Mr. Edgeworth? None, Your Honor. Thank you. Thank you, darlings. I'll clear up the misunderstanding, I promise. Stop kissing the fox! No, go ahead, Warden Guard. And please, tell the truth this time. And stop making out with the fox. Lad's starting to wear thin. This is my chance to expose her. I said I questioned Knight, but it wasn't anything serious, you understand. I make a point of talking to every newcomer into our little home. She just keeps kissing it. She just keeps making out with the thing. That was no different. We just had a little chat, you might call it. And we talked to her and take it back to her cell straight away. More she lies, the more thoroughly she seals her fate. Simply a conversation with a new detainee? That seemed entirely above board. Exactly, very darling. I knew you would understand.
Objection!
I don't. What proof do you have to back up your statement? So we shall see, won't we? Sheriff, you may begin your cross-examination. I said I questioned Knight, but it wasn't anything serious, you understand.
Hold it!
So am I right in assuming that you talked to Knight the night before the show? Exactly, darling. It would have been, around 3 a.m. on the 27th. 3 a.m. I fall squarely within the window of time laid out in the autopsy report. Hey, you guys leave Sam alone. She's very young. It seems rather late for a friendly chat. When he had been asleep? Oh, but yes. You remember, a guard was attacked in his cell. You had to examine the scene of the crime, gather information. These things take time, sweetie. I assure you, he was wide awake. We all were. Regardless, I find it somewhat odd that you would choose to question him at such a late hour. You're such a tease, aren't you? Anyway, no matter how odd you think it is, I had him brought to me and that's what happened. Must you really insist on questioning every last thing I say? Typhus, he's like a dog with a bone sometimes. I'll be sure to scold him once we're done. Though, would you mind giving us a little more info? Like where you had him brought to? My office, of course. Stop making out with the fox! Where else? Her office, which is where we believe the body was moved from. Would you mind appending what she said to your testimony? Gee, anything for you, darling. So at 3 a.m. the night before the show, I had them bring him to my office.
Hold it!
Remember where your office is? You've seen the sign in the Digital Center, corridor, I imagine? What says no entry? That's it, sweetie. My office is just up in there. A short walk from the holding cells. Why shouldn't you also had access to the yard? Why, of course, that's where my gorgeous little garden is. Well, I see where you're going with this. You're saying that's how I moved the body. You had the means and the opportunity. It's hardly impossible.
Overruled!
Hardly impossible proves nothing. You have no evidence for this assertion.
Objection!
There's no other way the body could have been moved.
Overruled!
Sure you haven't forgotten that it was Mr. Satan who dropped Mr. Knight's body down the well. Yeah, what she said. You're miles off, Edgeworth. I probably shouldn't have pushed this any further for now. Make a point of talking to every newcomer to our little home.
Hold it!
What did you and I speak about? Oh, nothing much. Just some small talk, really. I asked him about what animals he liked, what his hobbies were. His hobbies? I imagine you talked about chess. Oh yes, I couldn't stop to talk about it, in fact. He had a piece of paper covered with little notes about it in his cell. Yes, I think that's what they were about. You see a nice correspondence chess diagram. That was no different. We just had a little chat, you might call it.
Hold it!
How was it when you spoke with him? Oh, he was so open and honest, darling. What? That guy? Honest? He's talking about one croissant promoting a pollen. That's all croissant promoting pollen. I suppose it must have been hungry. All croissant promoting a pollen. Yep. He spared no one from his obsession with chess. As we talked, I had him taken back to his cell straight away.
Hold it!
If he really had gone back to his cell, he'd still be alive today. You think I murdered the poor man right there in my office, don't you? What my motive have been, darling? I told you. I barely knew them. I know Angel had my grudges against Canis. But Knight had nothing to do with that animal. She doesn't hate Canis. Oh my god, I must insist you append that your statement to your testimony. I have my grudges against Canis, but Knight had nothing to do with that animal.
Hold it!
So you bear a grudge against only Mr. Canis, is that correct? No, I despise him. Turning into my prison thinking he can do whatever he wants? No one will get away with it. I'll clip his wicked wings if it's the last thing I do. That awful dog of his is a menace, completely up in the peace and quiet of my home. I like the fox running around her neck. She hates his dog. Just seen at first glance that she didn't have much of a motive to kill Knight. She hates Kane so much that she probably hates anyone who has anything to do with him. Think about it from that angle, the key to breaking her testimony will surely reveal itself. Should I see you know all the peeps, huh? Pretty chummy prison ward if you ask me. Chummy? She killed the man, detective. Poor guy would have been in cuffs, not to mention the neck brace. He was defenseless. Word Lagarve's murderer. The evidence points to that conclusion and no other. Alright, let's see here. Right here, no angel regards.
Objection!
Gavel, I'd like you to take a look at this. Notes about a game of chess. What is the significance of this, Mr. Edgeworth? It's found in Knight's cell. That's exactly where you said you saw it too, Worth Regard. But you didn't just see this game in Knight's cell, did you? You've seen it in Mr. Canis' cell too. Well, what do you mean?
Objection!
Oh, come now. Don't tell me you haven't taken a look at the chessboard in maximum security. I imagine you watch his every move like a hawk. Or rather, I imagine you feel that doing so is your only option. Let's find out whose cronies are, right? Firstly, interrogating your own prisoners is highly irregular, to say the least. As you said, Mr. Canis had threatened you. He put your precious home at risk. That's why you took it upon yourself to question him. You wanted to find out who his dogs were. So what if I did? You also told us you read his letters, which means you must have known about the one key fact. You knew he was playing correspondence chess. Ah! And then who should appear but Knight, carrying with him a diagram of a very particular game. Yourselves used that diagram to infer a connection between the two men. It seems you came to the same conclusion. But in your fear, you took your reasoning one step further. You surmised that Knight was Mr. Canis' henchman, sent to kill you. There's a reason she had that chat with the Bronxer. If his boss wouldn't crack, maybe he would. When you questioned Knight, you made another discovery. There inside his chest set, you found a hidden chisel. Murder weapon itself. As far as you were concerned, the chisel meant one thing: Canis. Thus you convinced yourself that Knight was working for Canis, and that's why you killed him. I see you have no more excuses. Judge Gabble, your verdict, please. Much it grieves me, there would appear to be little room for doubt. Hereby give my verdict. Bronco Knight was murdered by... Name of Goddess of Justice. Who is it this time? He. Warden? He. It's a joke. It's all a big stupid joke. You people just don't get it, do you? I think it's proven that it's you who didn't understand things correctly. Me? Please, darling. I understand it all perfectly. Well, thank you very much. I understand there's a glaring contradiction in your theory, Mr. Edgeworth. I really like that image. Hey, you're just grasping at straws now. I have no time for this, Your Honor. The verdict.
Overruled.
I'm curious to hear what the warden has to say. What? Your doll, Verity. I just have one last thing to say. Then Mr. Edward can declare himself the winner. You rang? Does anybody remember a certain autopsy report? Of course, we received the finalized version only this morning. That's right. I was listening to what you told us about it, Verity, even if nobody else was. Said the wound was 4 inches deep. 4 inches? Wait. Give me this, Mr. Edwards. How does a tiny chisel make a 4-inch wound? Goo! Give me, oh goddess. I came perilously close to making a terrible mistake. Like your theory is the one that doesn't hold water, Edworth. What now, Oh, what do we do? I'm fine. Mr. Edwards always comes through. Right, sir? Looks like to me like Milestron's out of commission. You're an attorney too, aren't you? Why don't you do something? Things on their heads with a desperate bluff. Blurt out the first mind-blowing thing that comes to you. Look, detective. I'm as much of a man as action as the next guy. Without evidence, we're up the creek without a paddle here. This might be the end of the road. If we can't give up now, we have to do something. I'm certain the warden of the guard is the killer. It's the only explanation that fits the facts of the case. If the chisel wasn't a murder weapon, what other bladed weapon is there in here in this facility? We just do not have all the answers. No evidence to prove provide those answers. Alas, we must wait until the trial to see this matter resolved, I'm afraid.
Objection!
Ah, come on, G. You've just given the killer a chance to destroy the evidence.
Overruled.
I call a judicial process into question, Mr. Fender? Beep. Nope, not me. No. I tried, Miles. Any bright ideas? What is a real murder weapon, since it's clearly not the chisel? I found this question throws everything we do out the window. Yeah, I know where the murder weapon's in the alligator. Oh, yeah, Mr. Edwards, allow me to remind you. The claims not supported by sufficient evidence are subject to the harshest penalties. It's hopeless. I can't think of anything. I need more time. Those I have to admit it. Hold it! Can't give up now. Remember what Mr. Fender said. He was counting on us. Without us, he's... Remember how upset he was? He was devastated. Nobody's in more pain than him over Mr. Knight's death. There's no way he did it. But if we can't save him, who will? And what's more, he believes in us. He's sitting in that cell, waiting for us to bring him some good news. And I, for one, won't walk away until we have some. Okay. Gee, Miles, your little buddy there is quite the motivational speaker. Letter opener, a knife, my ears, I don't know. And she's right, too. When you find yourself on the ropes, think of your client. Picture them pleading with you to help them. Does it make you want to fight back as hard as you can until the very end? Think of your old man, good old Gregory. No matter how bad things looked, he'd always find a way to turn it around and save his client. You're just like him, right? If there's any way to force a turnabout here, you're the one who will find it. Simeon's counting on you. Judge Gabble? You seem to have recovered your composure, Mr. Edgeworth. If you made an attempt at defense, I would advise you to consider the ramifications. You repeatedly proposed misguided theories and have made numerous false accusations. If you do so again, I will have no choice but to judge you unfit to serve as a prosecutor. Leave you with your badge for good. She's right. I put forward a number of theories that proved to be flawed in one way or another. Can I save? Alright, let's save just in case. Have I made some sort of fundamental oversight? Wait, she said my theories were misguided. I say, then the court will tolerate no more of your time wasting. I hereby... Sir, Mr. Edgeworth. Get my verdict. That's it. I've been thinking about it the wrong way all this time. My theories weren't misguided. I was being misled. Didn't Simeon say it? I think it's a little soon for that, Your Honor. I think it's well past due, darling. Wouldn't you agree, Faraday? Mr. Edgeworth. You may proceed. Well, what? I'd like to remind you of a few things. The sighting of his dog, Helmut, the fact that he wasn't at the show. These are the factors that made Mr. Kane the obvious suspect at first. So again, Mr. Edgeworth, you seem almost proud of your blunder.
Hold it!
What if the real killer wanted us to suspect Mr. Canis? What if it was all carefully arranged? Well, the same was true of the chisel, our purported murder weapon. And I have been stabbed multiple times in the same place with a bladed instrument. What if you stabbed with the chisel after the real murder weapon had been removed? Just leave traces of blood on it for us to find. That was how the killer misled us into thinking the chisel is the murder weapon. But why mislead us in this way? Why indeed? Why make us think the chisel is the murder weapon, rather than whatever was really used? In order to get Canis transferred. Warden, you took advantage of what the chisel seemed to suggest. What it suggested? What are you talking about, darling?
Hold it!
Mr. Winter, if I were to tell you the murder weapon was a chisel, what would you think? Huh? That Mr. Canis is the killer. And there you have it. That was the trap that Warden set for us. Oh, Mr. Canis has a bunch of chisels. Did you want us to think it was one of his, right? Indeed, that was our plan right from the start. Frame Bodhidharma Canis. Your reasoning would appear to be sound. One of the guards certainly seems to harbor deep and abiding hatred for Mr. Canis. However, I think you know what I'm going to say next. That alone is not sufficient proof that Warden Lagarde is the killer. I knew that wouldn't be enough. There's only one thing that will prove it. The real murder weapon that we now know must exist. If you can't prove your theory, then this conversation ends here.
Objection!
We could just find the real murder weapon.
Objection!
How many times do we have to go over this? We searched the prison from top to bottom. This is quite correct. Another possible murder weapon has been found. Afraid you're at a bit of an impasse.
Objection!
I can still prove my case yet, Your Honor, because it's still here, inside this prison. This would have made us sure of that. The security gate. Oh, I'm glad you at least remember what it is. Do you remember what it does? Of course I do. I'm not an idiot. Security gate detects metal, which means you can't bring anything metal into the prison or take it out. Oh. Precisely. There is another murder weapon. It cannot have been taken out of the premises. But nor can I have been brought into the prison in the first place. So we find ourselves right back where we began. Scabble. What am I trying to tell you, Mr. Edgeworth? Is that if you wish me to believe that there is another murder weapon here in the prison, you will also have to explain to me how it got here. Alright? You know the chisel was smuggled into the prison inside a pocket chest set. But if it teaches the chisel is not the real murder weapon. If the weapon came from outside the facility, then there must have been a way to bring it in. Yes, the question is this. Can you show me this alternate route? How did the weapon Warden Lagarde used to get into the prison? Brought evidence to the police to help with your investigation, is that correct? Oh, yes, sweetie. Everything related to Keynes is within me now. I know how many times I've held the secret scoundrel into my office to talk to me. Of course, that's how. The fact that it's here with us shows how Plato Happy could have been brought to the facility as well.
Take that!
Let me remind you of our conversation with Mr. Keynes yesterday. Yes, it was but one of my bells. One of only 2 in existence. Just 2? 2 and only 2. One for my knife and one for my beloved helmet. Exquisitely crafted, utterly unique. My ears are my guide, after all. And I must be able to use my tools precisely. Of course, as you said, the knife has long since been taken from me. So you see, there's a way for objects to be brought into prison unscrutinized. That's part of the evidence for Mr. Warden Lagarde, part of the police. What? Yes, slapped in the face. Mr. Keynes' knife was part of the evidence in the case against him, and that evidence was here in the prison. Not only that, the knife had a certain bell attached to it. And the bell is attached to the chisel. Correct. The killer took the bell from the knife and attached it to the chisel. That can't be right. The chisel only had Mr. Knight's fingerprints on it. Easy enough to explain if the killer wore gloves. It looked as if the chisel was a murder weapon, and then attached the bell to it. So doing this made sure that all the evidence pointed to Mr. Keynes. You had access to the evidence from which the bell was taken. Why, only the person to whom it's been entrusted. Who was it, sir? Who's been messing with the evidence? I believe that would be you. Is that correct, Warden Lagarde? The bells aren't exactly rare, you know. Anybody could have set that up.
Objection!
Okay, unlucky for you, that isn't quite true. These particular bells are unique, because there are only 2 of them in existence. Huh? What? By attaching that bell to the chisel, you as good as declared yourself the killer. But you don't have proof the knife was ever even here to begin with.
Hold it!
I don't, not yet anyway. Mr. Winter, I'd like you to order another search of the prison right away. Huh? But if you do find something, that's going to make things awkward for me. This is about what's convenient for you. You have to find the truth. You're a prosecutor, aren't you? Well, yeah, but, you know, it's worth an excuse for a prosecutor. If I had investigative authority, I wouldn't be sitting on it. Now, it's not my decision to make. The warden would have to authorize it. You're full well as you do no such thing. You have the power to insist on a search. Use it. So, darling, but not without that evidence. The gods of justice cannot be sober blessings on those who lack the proof to support their claims. Work here is done. The rest of this matter will have to be settled in the courtroom. Now, if we give Lagarde the opportunity to restore whatever evidence is left, I have to object. I have to stop them. What do I say? I don't have anything concrete to offer. I think I'm never this reckless. No, I can't back down. Now, I've got to put everything on the line. I'm not a prosecutor right now. I'm an associate attorney with a client to defend. Only I can save Mr. Saint, and that means even if my chances are 1,000,000 to 1, it's still worth a shot. It's now or never. Should I object? Object. I suppose it must be how a certain serial bluffer always feels. Regardless, I cannot walk away.
Objection!
Wait, Your Honor. This had better be good, Mr. Edgeworth. I've got it. Got what, exactly? The real murder weapon, of course. I know where Mr. Keynes' knife is. Do you really, Mr. Edgeworth? I do. Not at all. If I did not know better, I'd say that you were bluffing. Ha! You wound me, Your Honor. I don't know the meaning of the word. Oh, this is terrible for my heart. There's no way you could. It's not here, I tell you. Well, would you be so kind as to enlighten us? Where is the real murder weapon? Think, Miles. Think. Somewhere not even the police would search. A blind spot in the zoo. A hiding place that the warden could be absolutely sure of. A high place. No. If you insist. Come on, Helmet. Open up. Did she use the same trick? No, that's ridiculous, isn't it? But, the more I think about it, how many foolproof ways to evade detection can there be? Mr. Edgeworth, how long do you intend to keep us waiting? There's a faint possibility I'm right. But if I'm wrong, we stand to lose everything. Your Honor, this is where the real murder weapon is hidden.
Take that!
Here, in the yard? Indeed. I don't believe it. Understand. Would you care to explain a little more? Where exactly is the real murder weapon hidden? Can we go that way? There we go.
Take that!
Of course. That's what it must have been. Huh? What's the matter, detective? It's a metal detector, sir. It's a reactor to the alligator. What? How? Metal detector's reacted to something inside her after all. Your Honor, I'd like to remind you of this piece of evidence. The chisel. Didn't we just figure that out that isn't a murder weapon? You might recall that Mr. Canis hid this chisel in his dog's mouth. Would you believe that the real murder weapon was hidden in much the same way? That's right. The murder weapon is hidden inside the alligator in the pond over there. What? No way! Take that, jerk. We detect the presence of metallic object during our earlier investigation. Scout, we need to know what's inside that alligator. Understood. Then we will need to summon a veterinarian. I'm sure I could get the little sweetie to open up for us. I'd be happy to give it a try. Please, yeah, by all means. How'd she do that? Warn the guard. The murder weapon is about to be revealed. Why not do the right thing and confess? I have nothing to do with confess. As you wish, you can simply wait and watch as your lies are exposed. Grrr. Sir, we got it. It has to be it. It's over, Fifi Lagarde. The real murder weapon was Bodhi Dharma's Canis' knife, making you the only person who could have killed Bronco Knight. Not the criminal here. It's all Canis is doing. That's the right thing. That was the threat. It was Canis' lapdog. Of course, that despicable man, Canis. Why do you have to come and ruin my perfect little home? We could have been happy forever if it wasn't for him. He ruined my paradise on Earth. He ruined everything. Curse him. Curse that pitiless butcher. That awful, terrible, despicable man. Curse him. Him. Look at all the foxes! That was adorable! She would have been baking. Prosecutor's winner, sir. The test results just come back. Winner? I guess we've all been under a lot of stress. Traces of Bronco Knight's blood were found on Mr. Canis' knife. Just like you said, sir. Congratulations, a stunning victory. Thank you, officer. Excellent work. You can continue to compliment me if you like. Yes, sir. The winner wins again. I think I'm welling up a little. With rage? Excellent work, Eustace. Just a few loose ends to tie up and we're done. What are you talking about? I solved the case, didn't I? We have yet to confirm whether or not Knight really was working for Mr. Canis. It would be vital to know if Warden Lagarde was simply jumping to conclusions on that front. Huh? There's a clueless, and then there's you. Well, then I guess we better get back to our investigation. Alright, officer, go with me. You're about to see the winner win a whole lot more. Prepare to witness first-rate investigative talent and action. Yes, sir. I'm right with you, sir. Can't wait to watch you at work. It's winning time. We're done, though, right? I expect this case will cause quite a stir. Attempted murder of the president is news enough, and now his would-be assassin has been murdered. But I never sought to kill the president in the first place. Truth is not always as important as it might seem, Mr. Edgeworth. In the eyes of both society and the law. How can you even say that? You don't have to believe me. However, as a prosecutor, Mr. Edgeworth is obliged to accept this is the reality of the world he operates in. Being a prosecutor is about more than proving people guilty. That's what I believe. We are all free to believe as we choose, but the law is not to be toyed with for our own personal goals. If you refuse to accept this, then you must prepare to suffer the consequences. What does that even mean? Wait, you're not going to take his... I'm afraid I must be going now. Farewell, Mr. Edgeworth. Judge Gavel was right. There must be only one set of laws for everyone. But following the law means sacrificing the truth. Can I really do that in a good conscience? Simeon, you're out! Hi, Regina. Is everything alright? They did let you out, right? Yeah. But I'm so confused about what's going on. Some guys came and said I was free to go. That I have Mr. Edwards to thank. You sure do. Mr. Edwards found out who the real killer is. Well, wow, really? You did that for me, Mr. Edwards? Eve! Oh no. No. Stop staring at me like that. I missed it, I swear. Don't pull that rug out from under me now. Stop it, silly. It's true. He saved you. So say thanks already. Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you. And a great big Regina Berry thank you from me, too. Talking directly to me? Small victories, I suppose. Can I just ask one question, Mr. Attorney? Sure. I'm not actually an attorney, though. I thought Bronco was my friend. No, my best friend. I trusted him, but now... Well, it's just... I never knew. I never would have believed that he could hate somebody enough to want to kill them. If he got something like that from me, then he never really trusted me, did he? That's not true, Simeon. Of course he trusted you. No, he didn't. If he had, he just told me. I could have stopped him. I could have told him that hate never helps, that he had to let go of all that stuff. Mr. Saint, I think you're forgetting something. I showed him the thing that proved Knight trusted him.
Take that!
It's the chess set I brought for him. Knight had hidden a chisel inside. I imagine he meant to use it to escape. Well, what? You mean he was using me? No, he believed in you. He knew he could count on you to bring it, and that you would never be so untrusting as to look inside. I imagine that by not telling you, he was hoping he would keep you from getting caught up in this mess. Oh, Bronco, why didn't you tell me? At least you understand now, right, Simeon? I'm sure he does. He may not show it, but Simeon's no dummy. A good night's sleep, and then he'll be completely over this whole thing by tomorrow. That's not as complimentary as you think it is. Stifle, I'll try. I have to, for Bronco. I have to show him I can become the best animal trainer out there. That's the spirit. Oh, I almost forgot. We're doing a new show soon. I'd love if you could come, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be joining Regina on stage for this one. That's right, the Berry Big Circus is the biggest, most fabulous event in town. You'll have to... oodles of fun. Sounds great, doesn't it, Mr. Edgeworth? Come on, we have to go. Well, I don't think about it. Alright, Simeon, we got some training to do. I think it's time you and Reach get acquainted. I don't remember. What? Reach the tiger? No, wait, I can't. No. Oh, it'll be fine, silly. Never meet a nicer kitty cat. I can't. Please, you anything but that. Please. No satisfied customer. Well, that was really something, Smiles. Talk about pulling it out of the bag. I think it's different. Yeah, but the magician didn't leave. He stayed. I couldn't have done it without you, Fender. Without your timely intervention, she would have gotten away. As I have you to thank for even being able to investigate the case in the first place. Oh, stop. Patting on the back getting harder, and you're gonna make me blush. Or topple over. I'm supposed to be asking too much for you to take this seriously. Seriously? Miles, my friend, I'm always serious. Yeah, but now he's not. Anyway, how's it feel to save an innocent client? That's what it means to be an attorney, after all. Be an attorney. Gotta say, I had a blast. Reminded me of the good old days. Like Gregory was standing there right beside me. Yeah, it's been like a zillion years since I felt this. Warm and fuzzy on the job. That's good. Bittersweet. I'm not sure. Hey, Miles, you ever thought about going into the defense game for full time? Excuse me? You know, pick up where Gregory left off. Get out there and actually help people. Hey, man, don't get any big ideas, but sure ain't about to switch sides. Why not? Coming over to the light side's all the rage. Everybody's doing it these days. Our next turnabout? Go on, Mr. Fender. You know it's not about that. Sure, team, chill. Don't get it twisted. I was just asking a perfectly innocent question. No, you weren't. Heck, you were. Hey, it looks like you got a mean defense team there yourself, Miles. Fender, I'm a prosecutor. Yep, I'm an attorney. You can be one too. I'm serious. Well, I said my piece. You change your mind, you know who to call. I'll be waiting. That said, Treeborn, I'm feeling a bit tired. Like I said, I've been sick for the last couple of days. So I am going to probably call after we finish this case, and we'll start up with this. We'll start that next case tomorrow, okay? I'm sorry, Treeborn. Follow my father's footsteps. Can I really do such a thing? I want to become a defense attorney, just like my dad. An attorney like my father. Me? Alright, so we're gonna save. Can we save? Think everybody know we got sick yesterday? Alright, we're going to, I just want to call it there. Yeah, I just been feeling, like, not quite myself. So I'm gonna call it there. I'm sorry, Zerg. I don't think Ray's a good idea. I'm just gonna call it. I'm gonna go lie down. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you all have a great night and a great day tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be feeling much better tomorrow. I was feeling better today, but I'm kind of feeling it. I'm just running out of steam. And the more I talk and the bright lights and stuff, my headache's coming back, and I'm feeling really tired and hot. So I'm gonna go get some sleep. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a great day, great night. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. We'll start this new case up tomorrow. And yeah. So good night, everyone. Fox out. Good night.